Here's another fun marker sketch of the Victorian home. This is a great little sketch. It makes a charming little drawing. So hang in there, have fun, and let me know how you made out. Here's a nifty thing. I bought a couple of these wicker baskets with magnets on them from Dollarama, and I attached them to each side of a metal bookend. On one side I keep my gray markers, and on the other side I keep my black markers. This makes my drawing board a lot neater, a lot faster to find what I'm looking for, and my life a little easier. You might find this useful. Anyway, have a look. Here are the markers that I use. They're Artist's Loft, and I purchased them from Micheal's for about 19 or 20 bucks, but I think you can get them for less, with about 40% off if you keep a coupon. Anyway, they work very well. They're double-ended, and the chart shows you the marks that they make. Oh, here's another fun sketch. Going to be a nice little old Victorian house with a mansard roof and gabled ends. Some complicated bits on it, but it's charming. So I'm going to start off with an ultra-fine point Sharpie, and we'll just get going on it. Again, I'm using this grid, so I'm going to go with some lines that are fairly easy to find. That's one, and that one's there, so just a couple straight lines across. Don't get precious, and don't use a ruler. There we go. Now we have to go up to about there and there. So essentially I plot the beginning of a line and the end of a line. There we go. Across like so. Cool. Kind of a little one above it. This is going to make another charming little sketch. Now, somewhere in here, this goes up like that, down. This one goes to about there and down. I'm putting those in first because there's another sort of thick thing that goes in like that. So, here we go. And that's like that. Now, this comes down. This one comes down. There we go. This is looking pretty cool. A lot of little lines in here, not too many, just put a couple in to understand. Alright, so this curves down like that. Alright. There are points about there. And these are all on the same level, so I just draw that in. And down, down. There's a lot of little sort of fun stuff in here. And there's a bit there, excuse me, and a small bit there, small bit there. Okay, let's get this one down, down. Sort of an OG there. These dormers are just delightful. Looks like something from trying to think of the movie. It was a Disney movie. That goes like that. Okay, next one. Again, about there. And that comes down. Putting a few extra lines in never hurts. The center bit. That comes down. Ooh, forgot about that. Very difficult to talk while you're drawing. Sort of comes from the other side of the brain somehow. And down we go. Now, we can put this other line in, because, great. Now, this, not exactly sure what's happening there, but we'll put those in. Someone in here, there's a couple of those things. Notice I'm not being precious, so just sort of blocking it in. Now it's those houndstooth, that comes down, that comes down. And this way, this way, this way. I got those dental tooth sort of fussiness that goes on this. Now, right about here, now it extends over a bit. And there's a bit that comes down, a bit that comes down, and this goes up and around and down. Now, if I were using a computer, I'd draw each one of these. I could just boom, 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 put them in. But see, none of these are going to be identical to each other. They're going to look similar, but they're not going to be identical. Okie dokie. And right about there. All right. Another one comes in here and here. That comes down. See what I mean? They look similar, but they're not the same. I'll put another one in. This is going to be fun when I get to the grays on this thing. Make sure that these mullions line up properly. And that actually comes down there, like so. It'll line up. And I think that actually goes a bit farther over. And got a line that comes right down to about there. I have some bits here. This one comes down to about there again. And this is awesome. A door that comes sort of around like that. Big fat door. I'm sniffing a lot. I'm going to have to quit pretty soon just to blow my nose. Hay fever. I used to just get it in the fall. Now I get it in the spring and the fall. I think nature's trying to rid the world of humanity. All right. Now, about there, 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 there. Oh, a bit coming. Oh, that's charming. It already is charming. Now, this kind of comes... actually, what I'm going to do is make some long, narrow ones. Long, narrow ones. Another long, narrow one.
Another one. And we got some door things there. And up here, there's some sort of decorative thing that comes down. Looks like a railing. You only see a bit of it. And we've got all of this foliage that goes. Oh, okay. Now we've got little ones. They come up, go around, down. Same as the ones up above. That goes up. And down. Another one. Not being precious, as you can see. It's a sketch, not an architectural rendering. And I think we've got something in there as well. Now, stairs. We've got some bushes that come down like that. We've got a couple of narrow stairs in here. This comes down. And then thin one, and then a fat one. These would be the treads, I think, and the risers. Okay, I think that should, oh, let's put the chimney, oh, they got something, give a little bit of perspective. Pull that over. Got a little bit of a chimney sticking up here. All right, now, before I get too far into this, I like drawing this sort of around. Now, you realize that I've been drawing this on a grid. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's what I'm doing. Then we got kind of a sidewalk thing going in here. Okay. I think that's it for this part of it. I'll get back with the gray markers next video.
I'm having a lot of fun doing this sketch, but if you would like to get the reference gridded photo and a copy of my sketch and the very light gray grid that you can draw on, have a look in the description below and find a link to my Etsy store.
Okay, let's get some black here. I'm going to use the Artist Law from Micheal's Black, and I'm going to start with the chisel point, which is indicated with the little symbol there. So let's get going. Oh, that's really cool. These things fit on the ends here. I tend to lose them all the time. So let's get doing some of the black. There's a spot that comes down like that, and go across. Love chisel points. Back. Now, fairly stiff one there, and there, 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 there. Okay. And a fat one in there. Just going to put a spot in there. Now, fairly fat one going across. Got to stop it where it breaks. Kind of hard to see when you got the chisel point sitting like that. For you guys working at home, you could probably twist and turn the thing. Oh, this is my fun part right in here. Now, there's a mullion in there, and it's barely visible, but I'm going to leave it so that you can actually see it. And I'm going to fill that one in. Oh, let's do this one first. There we go. And we'll fill this one in. black spot down there, underneath that one. This spreads out, I think so. All right, what else we got going here? A couple of little like eyebrows in there are dark. And all right, I'm going to put the chisel point away. I'll come back to it, but there's some stuff I want to do. I'm going to use the fine point and put a few little accents in here. There's a bit that goes out like that, like that. All right. Ooh, these are dark. Forgot about that. And there's a spot there. And there. Now, there's a few kind of, I'm going to just make some spots over here because there's some leaves that come out like that. Kind of flays out like a firecracker here. Well, then spots. And up here. All right. Yeah, we can do some in here too. This is the fine point. It's not fine enough for the line work, but it's fine enough to make little spots and some fairly fat lines. All right. Now I'm going to do some flowers in there, so I don't want to cover them with black, so just draw some circles around them. All right, let's get the fat marker going here. You remember what I said? We just do circles, right? Then we can come in, then tap, tap, tap. And this kind of dark all the way down. Actually, I could have done the tap, tap without the fine point. This is coming along really nicely. Again, with the circles. Then we break up the circles. Lovely little sketch. Break up that side. I want to touch this sort of banister here, so I'm going to stay away from it. And now we want to spare the flowers, so I'm going to come around, sort of negative draw around those flowers. And there's some up here as well, so. And sort of some sky holes in here. Another one there. It's good to break these sort of solids up with bits of what I would call sky holes showing through. And sometimes you can just do the solids right down. Okay, that does that. Now, let's find number 3, I think would be good. And we'll fill this in. No, I think that's too light. How about a number 5? Number 5, let's do it that way. Yeah, that's better. And in the window, I gotta put some texture in this. There's some sort of triangular shingles that work in there. And these are going that way. Remember I said about markers, if you keep going over top, they get darker. So I want to maintain this particular value of gray. I just fill that in. We always have a white pen later. Alrighty. Now this is gray. This is gray. 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 Oops. I like this sketch. A little bit of sidewalk showing. These are darker too, through here. All right. Now I'm going to take a fine marker and make these little diamonds. Now, not a lot of them, just a few of them, right? They're kind of like hexagons. So just draw a little hexagon. And then we can draw another little hexagon. See how that works? And we just sort of fade them off. Just to give the idea that they're there. Blew that one. Little shingles in here. See how the texture is just gorgeous. Now we'll put some more in here. I'm not doing a good job of this, but still looks kind of convincing. I'll just put a few more in. All right, what we got? Now this is dark. A few accents in there. Okay, that was actually lighter in there, so I'm going to fudge that. I blew that right there. See that dark that I put in? There's got to be a light down there someplace. So actually, what I'm going to do is draw that in like so. It's wrong, but I'm doing it. And I'll take number 5, I think I was using. Yeah, put that in like so. Now we got some curtains hanging down here, so we'll put a few in. I'm going to use sort of a fat bit there. While I'm at it, I'm going to push some of these back. Oh, that's looking pretty awesome. All right, now, my favorite part, if I can find the damn thing, there it is. The white gel pen, the Jelly Roll 10. This is a beautiful little pen. All right, so we've got some spots up here that I want to put back in here. Now, there's a kind of circle there, and a circle there, and then this circle there, and I'll put a couple of stripes across there. All right. Yeah. There's some white in here. I blew one of those. I'm going to put some spots in there. And in here. Pull that one out. What else we got going in here? Just a little highlights here and there. And pull that one across, that one across, that one across. Okay. There's a little dark spot in here, so like a little bullseye. So we'll do that one. These little accents make a big difference. All right. Anything else? Oh yeah, there's some bits, shadows there from the mullions on the drapes. And we'll join up some of these so they look like they're attached to something. Okay, I think I'm going to call that done. I'm going to put my old John head. Okay. Oh, not quite happy with, where are we here? I'm going to get solid back in there. Tidy that up. All right. We'll call that a finished sketch. Pretty simple, straightforward, and fun to do. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to fuss with this a little bit more. Here's a neat thing to buy. This is, you can get these from Staples. It's a Pentel correction pen. God knows why they use them anymore. Hopefully I can get to work with it. Yeah. Now there's some spots in there that the white gel pen just won't do. So it's a simple thing to just drop some drops in there. I'm squeezing this thing as I do it. And where else are we going to do this? A little line that goes across here like that. Should have left that when I was doing it, but okie dokie. All right. There's a couple of other things that I think I'd like to do, and they're a little bit darker. So we'll call this a 6, I think. This is a 6. And these things are just a bit darker, so I'm going to come down like that. I'm good with that. Got fussed with this for a year. Okay, that's it, I promise. No. I want a bit in here. And in here. Should have left that. Very useful little pen. I really like that one. All part of the same thing. Anyway, that's it.
Many thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'd enjoy that. Thumbs up would be appreciated. By all means, hit the bell and be notified of new marker videos. By the way, comments are always welcome. Have a great day. Keep on sketching and be safe.